Okay, so today I thought I'd do a short video on math class, and I know I've done one on math class before, but this is a bit more in depth on it, and just to tell you some more functions of the math class. This is just a tutorial. I won't be making an actual program. And so the first thing you might want to know is how to find the square root of something. So all you have to do is math. And math right here is a class of the name, so as you can see, math is class, and that's already built into Java, as I've said before. And to find a square root, all you have to do is dot sqrt, so square root, and then press enter. That appears. And what this is basically is there's a method inside the math class which has a bunch of calculations put into it, and that basically allows you to calculate square root. And the method is basically sort of like a shortcut type thing. So, and I'll teach you how to make those. You build them up here in the public class, and then in the main class you write your program. And what they do basically is that if you want to use them over and over again, you don't want to have to type the same code again and again in the main class. So all you have to do is just build a method up here and then call that method using the name of the class, right? So the class name, and if you built one in this program, would be math underscore class 2, and then just dot and then type the name of the method. And it's pretty simple actually, and it's very easy to make, and I'll show you that in a later video. And so yeah, coming back to math dot square root, to find the square root, say, of 4, and this is a double, by the way, so let me just show you that. So if you go back, square root, see square root double, so basically whatever the number you put in here, so say 4, and we all know square root of 4 is 2, so it won't just print out 2 because that would be an integer, it'll print out 2.0. And to actually print it out, all we're just going to do is system.out.print line math.square root 4, and then just run that, because when you run the file it builds it as well. So let's wait for it. 2.0, so it prints out a double. Now another thing that we can do, let me just copy this, I don't want to have to write it again. Another thing that you might want to know is the absolute value. So the absolute value of a number. So say you put in -4. So the absolute value of that would be 4, right? And then let's run that. And 4. So it's very useful if you just want to create like some programs and you want to use math.absolute value or something. Now another thing I'm going to show you is, or just review with you, I guess, because I've shown you this, is math.random, and that'll just print out a random number. And I've told you before that if you put int in here, int, then it'll make this random number an integer, and it'll print out an integer. So math.random will basically print out any number. So if you want to limit it, so say you want just numbers up to 10, you just put 10, and what that does is it only prints 10 digits, right? So digits meaning like it starts from 0 and then goes up to 9, that would be 10 numbers. So you want to print all the way to 10, so times 10 plus 1, right? So now it'll just print from 1 to 10. And let me just comment this. So square root method, number method. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is a thing called mod. I had that already. And what this does, say if you have, now, say you have 5 divided by, so you have 5 divided by 2. Now, you'd get 2.5, but if you print out an integer, it'll just give you 4. Now, what mod does is that it gives you the remainder. So in this case, 5 divided by 2 would equal to 4. And then we would have a remainder of 1. And mod basically prints out that remainder. It can be useful, and it's just something for you to know. And all you have to do is just say you want to print out. So I'll just do the same thing. So 5 mod is a percent sign, so shift 5 I guess, and mod 2, and that should run 1. So right there. So it also gave us a random number. So random number was 7, and the remainder was 1. So yeah, we know that works. And yeah, it's very simple. And there's a lot of these. Like I'll show you how to access more of them. And all you have to do is go to Google and just type in Java API. And the first thing right here, the Oracle documentation. Oracle, if you don't know, is the company that owns and made Java. And all you have to do here is go look for math class. And anytime now. Did I miss it? Math. So right there. And there's a lot of these methods, like what did I just show you? Okay, so absolute value, and there's cosine, sine, tangent, ceiling, so returns the smallest, so it sort of rounds up, or I don't know, but it's right there. Cosine, um, exponent, hypotenuse, so Pythagorean theorem, and there's logs, and there's a whole bunch of stuff, and it even shows you what to put in. So for like double, you'd put in, or for absolute value, you'd put in a double. But as you can see, I put in just an integer here, and that works too. You can also put negative 4.0. But yeah, it has like a bunch of these, and it tells you exactly what to put in. These are called parameters. It's what you send into a method, and it uses whatever you put in to these parentheses here in its calculations. And I'll explain that in more depth later on, but yeah, for now, all you need to know is Java API math class. And there's a whole bunch here. There's a string class, and we'll get to that later. Uh, There's there's like at least 1,000, I think, here. Yeah, there's a lot. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So thanks for watching, and be sure to check out my next video when it's up.